What if we found alien life? For decades, humans have been staring at the night sky, whispering the same question. Are we alone? We've built giant telescopes, launched space probes, sent golden records with friendly messages, and even broadcasted coordinates of Earth, which in hindsight is like shouting your home address into a dark forest and hoping whoever's out there isn't hungry. But let's say one morning, astronomers make the announcement everyone's been waiting for. We've found alien life. The news spreads faster than conspiracy theories on social media. People drop their coffee, politicians hold emergency meetings, and somewhere in Hollywood, 15 new alien movies go into production before lunch. Now, the first thing to understand is what kind of alien life we're talking about. Most likely, it's not little green men in flying saucers. The more realistic version is microbes, slimy, single-celled life found on Mars, or floating in the clouds of Venus, or swimming in the icy oceans of Europa. So, yes, our first alien encounter would probably be with something you'd need a microscope to see. Still, scientists would be ecstatic. Humanity would finally know that life isn't unique to Earth. The universe can make more than one recipe, but excitement would quickly turn to chaos. Religious leaders would rush to interpret what this means for creation. Governments would debate who owns the aliens. And internet forums would instantly split into two camps. There are cosmic cousins versus they're coming to eat us. Meanwhile, NASA would desperately remind everyone that it's just bacteria and not an intergalactic invasion. Of course, we wouldn't stop there. Finding microbes would only fuel the hunger for more. We'd start pointing telescopes at every star, scanning for strange signals. And then, one day the real shock comes. A repeating radio transmission from a distant solar system. Not random static, something structured, mathematical, intelligent. We've found them. The world would go absolutely insane. The stock market crashes, religions fracture, Twitter collapses under 500 million posts reading, "Aliens." Every government activates their top secret UFO department, which they all denied having until 5 minutes ago. Suddenly, everyone becomes a self-proclaimed astrocommunication expert, and YouTube fills with people explaining how aliens are actually time-traveling humans or extra-dimensional cats. Scientists would start decoding the signal. It might be a simple greeting or a sequence of prime numbers, or, if we're really unlucky, a galactic invoice reading, "For one habitable planet. Payment due immediately." The decoding process could take years, but humans aren't patient. Politicians would demand instant answers. Some would call for peace talks, others for building bigger lasers just in case. And while world leaders argue, the rest of us would go through a universal identity crisis. Every philosophy, every religion, every weird special idea would have to adapt. For centuries, humans saw themselves as the center of everything. Finding alien life would kick us right off that pedestal. Suddenly, we're not the main characters, just another species in the cosmic crowd. Now, imagine we actually make contact. A ship appears in orbit, people panic, scream, and immediately start live streaming it. The aliens don't invade though, they just hover there, silent. Scientists send messages in every language, in math, even in memes, because that's apparently how humans communicate now. The aliens reply, and it's weird. Maybe it's colors or sounds or gravitational waves shaped like emojis. Communication becomes a riddle that takes decades to understand. But here's the twist. What if they're not interested in us at all? Maybe they just want to study plankton, or collect rocks, or they think we're too primitive to bother with, like cosmic ants building mud castles. That might be the greatest insult in galactic history. We waited 1,000 years for aliens, and they ghosted us. Still, suppose they are friendly. They teach us advanced technology, cure diseases, and finally explain how to fold a fitted bedsheet. Humanity enters a golden age, until someone inevitably asks, "Can we eat them?" That's when diplomacy gets complicated. Cultural misunderstanding between species tends to escalate quickly when lunch is involved. And if, instead, the aliens are hostile, don't worry, they probably won't need to attack. Just by existing, they could destroy us psychologically. Civilization might collapse under fear alone. After all, humans can't even agree on pineapple on pizza. Imagine trying to agree on how to talk to a species with 16 eyes and a telepathic Wi-Fi brain. But perhaps the most fascinating outcome would be nothing. Maybe we find alien microbes or signals or visitors, and after a few months, people stop caring. The news cycle moves on. The world goes back to politics, sports, and cat videos. The greatest discovery in human history reduced to a meme. Bro, aliens confirmed LOL. In the end, the question, what if we found alien life, isn't really about aliens. It's about us. How we react, what we fear, what we hope for. Finding life out there would remind us that we're not alone, but also that we're fragile, temporary, and spectacularly curious. And maybe, just maybe, that curiosity, the endless desire to reach out into the dark and ask, who's there, is the most human thing of all.